Okay, we're on to the final piece. So the final piece is also the most difficult piece. So you can see here, this is our base. So we've got a rectangle with a little channel, so a square and a channel, that are cut 5mm into the top of it. So it doesn't go the whole way through, only goes on 5mm. And that's where our circuit board and our cable is going to come out of. And then on the underside, so underneath that, you'll see I've got two holes. I've got my normal holes that go the whole way through, and then I've also got these 3mm depth holes that are much wider, and that's to accommodate the nut so that it doesn't stick out. So we're going to start by making sure we've activated our assembly. Create a new component. I call this base. I'm going to turn off my other components. Okay, so I'm going to create a new sketch, just like we've done lots of times before. So, create my new sketch. Then create my rectangle. So 90 by 90. Okay, and then this time we're going to extrude all of it. We're not going to draw the shape in the inside because it's only going to be cut down a little bit. So stop sketch, modify, and because it's wood, it needs to be 9mm thickness. So 9mm. Now I'm going to draw on my square and rectangle channel. So I want to double check where my holes are going to be. So actually, if we match this up, my holes are here, so therefore my rectangle needs to be coming out this side here. Okay, not like this one, but over here. So to do that, I'm going to just turn this off. I'm going to start by creating a sketch on the top face. So I'm choosing my top face. I'm going to do a rectangle, center rectangle, start in the middle, 46 by 46, as we did before. And then I'm going to add a 2-point rectangle this time. I'm going to put it roughly here, touching the edge. And then I'm not clicking this bit just yet, because I'm going to use my dimensions. So my dimensions are 5 by this length here is 22mm. So 5 by 22. And you can, oops, I should have done that. 5 by 22. Wrong way around. Oh, this is going horribly wrong. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can see here I've got my rectangle. Now the only bit I still need to do is constrain it in terms of the distance between the left edge and where it starts. So that's 54mm. So if I zoom in a little bit, sketch dimension, choose the left edge and the left edge of my whole block, and this needs to be 54, and it will automatically adjust this. Stop sketch. Okay, now I'm ready to press pull these. So if I go to modify, I might actually be able to no, I can't. Okay, so modify, select this. If you hold shift, you should also be able to select that one. Okay, and that's going to go down by, we said, 5mm. So you notice if I put 5, it's going to try and make it go up the ways. It's going to add material. But what we can do is if we change the operation to cut, okay, and then we put -5 in, okay, it will actually cut down 5mm into it, which is what we want. Okay, perfect. So the next stage is we want to add our holes. So we're going to start with the holes that we've done previously, so the 5mm holes that go the whole way through. So this can be done on the top, so we can create points again on the top edge. Let's put it, say, here and here. I'm going to again get my sketch dimension, double check this. This should be 15. So 15 by 45 to this edge. Same over here. 15 and 45 to this edge. Okay, so now I'm going to create holes. So the same ones we did before, click those 2 points, and you'll see that we need to change the depth of it the whole way through, so 9mm, and our diameter needs to be 5mm. And we don't need a tap, so it's just a straight, simple cut, like so. And then the last bit we need to do is we need to add in these 15mm diameter holes that sink in 3mm on the underside. So for the underside, I'm going to need to flip to my bottom side. So if I go to my view cube, click that. And then we're going to need to create new points on this underside. So I'm going to select the underside as my work plane. And then I'm going to select right in the middle there. If I go to bottom, I can select exactly in the middle of each of those. Go back to that point. Oops, go back to the home page. Back to here. Okay, so I can stop sketch. I'm going to create hole. I'm going to select those points that I've just added. Now I can change these. So the minute it's 9mm depth, we don't want that, we want 3mm depth. And we want 15mm diameter, like so. Okay, we don't need any tapping on it. Hit OK. And now you should be able to see that that goes the whole way through. So if I turn it sideways and I put on wireframe, so my visual, change it to wireframe. Okay, I've made a slight mistake here. You can see that we've got a countersink. So actually, I need to go back. This is probably a good way of showing you this. If you go back, this is your timeline of all the operations you've done. If we go back to this one, we right-click, Edit Feature. These were the holes that we did. I forgot about this bit. Okay, we don't want an angled edge. We want a flat edge on it. Okay, 3mm down, 15mm wide. Okay, so now that looks correct. So go back to shaded with hidden edges, and there we go. Okay, and then we're going to apply, right click, physical material. This is going to be wood again. So I'll close my plastic, down to wood. I'm going to find my pine, drag that onto it, and there we go, click save. And that is now all the parts made, ready for assembly.